Hello there guys, welcome back to another episode of E&Ftv. We're back at the HMC with Profitroom, which is the largest hospitality conference in Poland. We're so excited to be here. We're going to get the opportunity to catch up with Laurence, who we obviously caught up with in May, talking all things customer success and hearing about the developments and growth that have been going on, not just within the UK or Polish market, but actually in Australia, in Middle East, in Southeast Asia. It's going to be a great discussion. We're also going to be catching up with Marek, who heads up their digital marketing side of things, and we're going to be hearing about the connections between your online booking sort of journey from a customer perspective, also a client perspective, but also how that relates to your digital marketing strategy as well. It's going to be a great day. We're going to be taking a look at the conference itself. We're going to be sitting in on some of the discussions, and we can't wait to take you with us. So let's take a look. Laurence, thank you so much for taking some time out away from the conference. What an incredible day it is. Wow, there's so many people here. What, 600-700 people here today?
Yeah, it's about 700 people all in all. I think this is actually, the event was in Poznan last year, but
yeah.
I think there's actually more people here than actually the event last year. So
yeah, a lot more. Incredible. And I was saying to Patryk earlier, the presence of Profitroom here is outstanding.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to remember we've been in the market a number of years here.
Yeah.
So you know, compare us to the UK, which is kind of relatively new.
Sure.
And we've got such a strong brand in this market, such a strong reputation. I mean, you know, this is kind of certainly what we want to duplicate in other markets.
Absolutely, yeah. Now, you and I caught up in Poznan earlier this year. We were talking all things customer success and of course your background in hospitality and transferring into to obviously tech and so on. What's been happening since we last caught up? What's been happening with your team? What's been the main focuses for you guys?
Well, I was trying to think actually. So yeah, that must have been May. So I mean, since well, as you know, we've got this kind of enterprise focus at the moment. So we're sort of the product transitioning a little bit more into, so whereas we've always been kind of big for independent hotels, and helping represent those independent brands, we've been, obviously there's been an opportunity to grow into independent hotel groups. So it's not every chain, but certainly those independent groups where they're looking for a little bit of backup for their direct share and the right kind of tech partner.
Yeah.
So we've been to, actually, I was actually in South Africa for a couple of weeks. So we did what we call a kind of group on tour. And we went to see all of our some new clients that are coming on board, some new groups, one of which is going live tomorrow, I think. So
wow,
you have to head back at some point. And some of our longer term groups out there. We've got clients out there that have been with Profitroom now for 3.5 years. So it's actually quite some time you think about. So yeah, the team, this time of year, we've been kind of sort of focusing on kind of sort of wrapping up our quarterly results and things like that.
Sure.
But yeah, certainly our kind of group endeavours have definitely gone on to a next level in the last sort of quarter or so.
There's so much going on within the South African market for you guys. The growth, I remember when we were catching up in Poznan in May, the growth and the performance and the direction of the South African market, it was just such an exciting one for you guys. And it sounds like that's certainly still on track.
Yeah, I think the fact we're going into new markets is we don't sort of forget South Africa. In fact, you know, anything but that Africa is sub-Saharan Africa, and Africa as a continent will continue to grow. We've had a lot of success out there. I mean, we've got a whole team out there. It was just one point. There were three of us in that market, kind of supporting it remotely, and actually we've obviously grown the team out there. But obviously South Africa was quite interesting because it was very group led. Whilst there are some amazing, outstanding individual hotels, there's a lot more. There was a lot more hotel groups, and Africa's really taught us about kind of, you know, the potential for hotel partnerships with group products. You know, we've had some. Yeah, we've had some groups go live in the last 3 years. But what we've noticed as our group product has definitely evolved over the last 2 or 3 years. Yeah. The type of groups that we have going live now is just that they're much higher product adopters. They're more likely to have a website booking. They take on the full spectrum of our product.
Yes.
Whereas before, you're probably the booking engine, maybe the channel manager. Now we find groups are taking us on for the whole e-commerce solution. Now you can see there's long-term vision as well as kind of short-term things that they want to deliver. From a company perspective, we're obviously in new markets as well. So We're in the Middle East now. We've got our first hotel group opening in Thailand.
Wow. Congratulations.
Yes, thank you. Yes. We have some other prospects in Southeast Asia. We've got a hotel group about to go live in Australia.
Wow.
There's a lot going on.
A hell of a lot going on.
Yeah, it's a lot going on. So what we've learned is that rather, when you go into a new market, actually, rather than perhaps just pick up an individual hotel and maybe, I want to be kind here, rather than take, it is always a bit of a gamble.
Sure.
It's always an individual hotel in a new market is a gamble. You're never quite sure of how it's going to stack up in terms of commercials. The groups is much easier because you've got that group product which kind of backs it up.
Yeah.
If you're going to use the product more widely, you've got a relatively strong partnership where they're using all your products. So definitely our plans are to, yes, back up further our already tremendously strong, what we call enterprise and group product, and then continue expanding into these key markets. That's not to say we don't acquire individually outstanding hotels. We still do. There's still a lot of those in the pipeline. But I think enterprise really helps us get a foothold in that market.
Yes. Well, this is something you guys have always had a really good reputation with. And from where I'm from in the north, we just say it's the proof's in the pudding, right?
I do say that.
And it's one of those where you've had that success in Poland, you're having that success in the UK, you're having the success in Africa. That will be mirrored, no doubt, in these other regions. Once you guys, and no doubt you will put all the resource that you have in all these others into understanding the Australian region, understanding the Middle East, understanding Southeast Asia, because that's what you're known for. That's what you do so well, is that collaboration with the industry. So I'm looking forward to catching up with you maybe in the middle of next year and hearing how things are going again. Marek, thank you so much for joining me and coming away from the conference. It's such an incredible looking day today, and I know it's incredibly busy. So thank you for taking the time out to talk to us.
Thank you so much for the invitation. It's great to be here. I'm ready to answer your question.
Oh, amazing. Well, you're actually, this is the first time you're appearing on the show, because obviously we were with the team in Poznan earlier this year, but you weren't there at the time.
Yes.
So what I'd love to first do is understand a bit about you, a bit about your background and what you do within Profitroom. So please do, take it away.
Okay. Now I'm responsible for the digital department. I'm the director of this department, which consists of three teams. First is responsible for websites, the second for marketing services, the third is responsible for SEO. That's my second time in Profitroom because I was here between 2014 to 2017. Then I have 7 years of experience in marketing, e-commerce, digital in another companies.
Right.
And then I came back here to develop Profitroom once again, and I'm really happy that I'm here. I have my background and 15 years of experience in e-commerce, digital, creating website, marketing services, and building marketing strategies for hotels and other companies. So that's me in a nutshell.
Wow. What I wanted to touch on first off, and this is something that's come up a couple of times, and I'm hoping you'll be able to give us a bit more of an insight into this area. Profitroom, from where it started, of course, the online booking engine. Arguably, it is now categorized as purely that online booking engine. I know, and many others know, of course, that it is such a wider product than that, such a larger product range than that. And what I was hoping for was for you to give us a bit of insight into, I suppose, what Profitroom actually is compared to what Profitroom is to people at the moment.
Okay, that's true that booking engine is our core in business, our treasure, that we are still developing to be the best in the world. But in Profitroom, we want to build direct booking strategies for hoteliers, and it's need more services, more products that empower them to get more and more reservations. My department is responsible for the top of the marketing funnel. Because we need to buy awareness of hotel brand. We need to get valuable traffic to the website. Then we need to build effective and really impressive website to get the customer to the reservation page and then to the confirmation page. So our story is from the first interaction to the confirmation page. So we need to think about all marketing funnel, and we are responsible to build the top, as I told you before. But in Profitroom, we have many other tools to improve loyalty, to improve interactions, to maybe cross-sell and upsell other services in hotels. So we built, and we are still building in Profitroom the whole system which support hoteliers in their work.
I suppose there's something that I wanted to touch on with yourself, just because of your perspective and your standing within the business. For hoteliers, why is it so important to link their online booking strategy with their digital marketing?
Yeah.
Why is it so important to link those?
I think we need to think about both, because there is one goal.
Sure.
To make more and more valuable bookings in a hotel.
Yeah.
For example, we can think about the booking strategy, but if we don't have valuable traffic on our website, we have no power to, build more reservations.
Sure.
So that's, I think, our goal, to connect both.
Yes.
And improve the strategy to get more and more bookings on website, direct booking, because in this case, hoteliers get more money from this reservation than by OTAs, for example.
Sure.
Yeah.
One piece of advice that you would give to your UK hotel partners in terms of their digital marketing, what would that advice be?
Yeah, I think I have three advices.
Three. All right, let's go.
Three main points. Build your strategy.
Yeah.
Think about your customer needs. The second point, look on your data.
Sure.
Analyze it, improve your strategy, build website or marketing strategy based on data-driven attitude. And I think in a third point, you have to build short-term and long-term strategy, because in short-term strategy, you can produce some materials marketing, which help you collect some guests from which are looking for a vacation, for example.
Yeah.
But you have to also build SEO strategy. You have to build a website which is responsive, which is tolerate to the guest and his needs. So strategy, data, and long-term strategy is important in my case. So that's my advice.
What a way to end this segment. Thank you so much for tuning into this week's episode. We hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you in the next one.